Hello and welcome to Data Detectives. Today we are going to see another scenario based question on Power BI, and here we will be calculating the top n categories based on some aggregation value. And here we will be using the RANKX function that is available in Power BI as our DAX formula. Okay, so if you haven't seen the first video of this series, you can check out in the description below, as well as you can click on the notification icon that is available in this video. Okay, and there we have used the simplest method to calculate the top n. Now we are increasing the level, and here we will be using the RANKX function for calculating the top n, or you can say top n or top 3 or top 5 categories on the basis of some aggregation value. So first of all, let me just explain you what is our problem statement, and then we will move towards our solution. Okay, so the problem statement, or you can write here problem, is to calculate the top 5 subcategories on the basis of total sales. Okay, and the data available with us is we have the sales column and the subcategories column. We have other columns as well, but for this scenario we will be using only sales and the subcategories. Okay, so the steps that we are going to follow to get the solution is to, the first step will be to calculate a total sales measure that we have also calculated in the previous video. You can check out there. So we will create a total sales measure. Step 2 will be, we will be ranking all the subcategories on the basis of their sales amount, or you can say total sales that we have created here. Okay, the third step will be, we will be using one condition that will filter out our 5 top subcategories. Okay, and from condition I mean we will use a if function. Okay, so in step 2 we will be using a RANKX function. So to understand what is RANKX function, let me just tell you what is a RANKX function. So RANKX function is used to assign a rank to each row of the table based on the values provided. So you can understand the concept that we will be using is that first we create a total sales measure, then on the basis of total sales measure we will be giving some ranks to the subcategories, and after once we have calculated some rankings of subcategories, then we will filter out whether we want top 3 categories, whether we want top 5 subcategories, and so on. Okay, so this is the method that we are going to use. So let's start. First of all, let me just show you the total sales measure that we have already created in the previous video. Here you can also see that total sales is actually equals to the sum of sales column that is available with us. And if you want to just see what is the total sales, we can drag this on our dashboard and it will give a card of $2.30 million. Okay, now first let's see all the subcategories and their total sales value. So let's bring subcategories here and let's add total sales measure also. And here we are getting a bar chart. Instead of bar chart we can use a table for better understanding. Okay, so here we have subcategories and total sales, and we can see that our top 5 subcategories on the basis of total sales is phones, chairs, storage, tables and binders. Okay, so in our visualization our desired output should be only these 5 subcategories instead of all the subcategories this that is visible in this table. So how we can do this? We will be creating a new measure. So we will be creating a new measure which will be termed as, let's say, rank sub category. Okay, and here we will be giving using the rank x function, and you can see that it returns the rank of an expression evaluated in the current context in the list of values for an expression evaluated for each row. Okay, so for each row it will be evaluated. So let's start by giving the values, and here we will give the name of the table or the column that we want to use. Okay, so we will use first all function, and here we will give the subcategory column that is available to us. Why we are using all? Because we want to remove any filters that has been applied to subcategory so that we can calculate our rankings correctly. Okay, now we will be using total sales. So total sales will be the value that we want. Okay, then we will skip the second, or you can say the third parameter, that is optional, and we want our ranking on the descending order. So we will write descending and we will close this function. So here we will be adding our new data, that is rank subcategory. So if you add this, and if you see that now our subcategories has been ranked from 1 up to 70. So top 5 ranks are phones, chairs, storage, tables and binders. Now as we want only these 5 columns in our desired table or in desired visualization, now we will be using a if else statement. So for that we will be creating a new measure, and we will be naming that top 5 subcategory. Okay, and we will write if. So if will test a logical function, and if it would be correct, it will show the first result, or if it is wrong, or if it is false, it will show the second result. So what logical test we want to check? We want to check if rank subcategory is less than equals to 5, then show the total sales, and we are not giving anything in the false, so it will consider none for that. And let's close this, and now let's see what output we are getting. So let's copy paste this, and instead of subcategories, let's give us here the new measure that we have created, which is top 5 subcategory. Here let's remove this total sales, and let's add subcategory. And let's remove this as well. So now you can see that if we have created a table of subcategory and top 5 subcategory, you can see that we are getting only 5 values in our visualization. Now we can change this visualization to any suitable type. If you want to show in a column chart, you can show that in a column chart, and in every chart or any visualization that you will be choosing, it will show only the top 5 values. You can check the top 5 from our total table as well. Okay, now if you want to like change the top 5 to top 3, top 7, top 2, you have to just change the value here. Instead of top 3, you can write top 3. If you want top 5, you can write top 5. If you want top 7, you can write top 7, and accordingly the value will change. So now if you want the top 7 categories, let's see whether our visualization or the date curve will change or not. So now you can see that now this visualization is showing the top 7 categories, that is starting from phones, chairs, storage, tables, binders, machines and accessories, because we have chosen 7 as our static value. Okay, but one modification here you can also do is to, instead of using the static value, you can use the dynamic value as well. How you can use the dynamic value? Let me just show you. We will go on this new parameter and we will choose numeric range here. And let's say we want starting from 1 up to 10. Okay. And we will add a slicer to this page. So this is a new parameter that has been added. Now once you will change the values, like let's say we want only top 2, this curve or this graph should change. If you want top 3 on the basis of parameter, by using this as a slicer, this visual should change. Similarly, if you change from 1 to 10, the values in this visual or the bars in this visual should change. So how we can include that? We will go in our conditional statement, and here we will be writing top and subcategories, and instead of the static value, here we will give our new measure that we have created, which is parameter value. Okay, so when you will run this, now you can change now you can see that on the basis of changing the values in this slicer, the graph will also change. Now as you can see that the parameter 5 is selected, it is showing the 5 bars, or you can see the top 5 bars. If you change it to 4, it will show the top 4 subcategories. If you change it to top 7, it will show the top 7 subcategories. If you change it to 10, you will get the top 10 subcategories. If you change it to top 3, you will get the top 3 subcategories. So this is how we can use RANKX function and the if condition to either get a static top n values, or we can make it dynamic as well. Okay.